Hello, Facebook Live. How are you doing today? I am Val Nichols, and I am a women's empowerment coach. And what I do is I help reset your mindset so that you can live the best life possible, because I guarantee you, whatever it is and wherever you're at in your life, there is so much more for you. So I'm coming live on my business page, which I don't usually do a lot, but I have this weird sneaking suspicion that someone needs to hear this message today. I'm just going to adjust my camera here. So I entitled this, The Lessons That You Need to Learn in Life Will Always Come Full Circle Until You Learn the Lesson That You're Meant to. And the reason why I thought about this was the other day, yesterday, there was this just crazy, wild, amazing rainstorm going on. And I was sitting there and I was thinking about it. You know, there was like thunder and there was lightning, and it was really, really cool here in Central Oregon. And I was thinking about it. And yesterday, 3 years ago, I had met my now husband. And on our first date, there was this incredible rainstorm that happened, just like what happened yesterday. He took me out to froyo, which is my favorite food in the world. I could pretty much just live off of it. So we went out to froyo, and I remember we just like ran to his truck because the rain was just so like huge raindrops. And we ran in his truck, and we ended up deciding that we were enjoying ourselves and we were going to go have some dinner. So we were having dinner at this local brew pub here it was in Bend, Oregon. And there was this festival going on, and there was a band outside. And I just remember we were standing outside listening to the music, and the rain had stopped a little bit. But all of a sudden, right in the middle of this Creedence Clearwater Revival song, if you know what that is, it started pouring again. And it was amazing. There was just this beautiful sunset and this amazing silhouette of the mountains. If you have ever been to Bend, Oregon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This was down in the old mill, in the river. And there was this beautiful sunset going on with the silhouette of the mountains, and it starts raining in the middle of this song. And my, then date, now husband, he just like grabbed my hand and he looks at me and he says, "We may never get this opportunity again." And he pulls me out on the dance floor, and we just start dancing in the rain. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Fast forward, that was 3 years ago yesterday. And, it's incredible the way how we came full circle, like our lives came back together. We had known each other about a decade ago. And I would have never even imagined that we would be together today. I wasn't even thinking about him as a partner, but we ended up coming full circle. And it really made me start thinking about, so many of the women that I work with, they seem to have these patterns in life, and where things just kind of come full circle. And it's either if, maybe you keep dating the same type of guy, you keep picking the same type of relationships, and you keep getting the same results. Or maybe you keep choosing the same types of jobs, and you have the same kind of boss. Those bosses that we have that are leading, they're not leading, they're dictating out of fear, and they're judgmental, and they're creating fear in people, as opposed to a leader who is going to encourage you and lift you up and help build your strengths and give you trust. So we seem to just keep going down the same path and stumbling over those same stones until we learn the lesson that we're meant to learn. If you're jumping on, give me some hearts if you understand what I'm talking about. I see there's a couple of you guys on, so I'd love to hear back from you. And are you going through these struggles? Have you gone through this struggle? And here's the biggest secret about it that so many women that I work with seem to just struggle with. And I don't know if it's because it's something I struggled with in my own life, but I can point it out and observe that until we learn the lesson that we are meant to learn, we will continue to have the same struggle pop up over and over and over and over again. And let me tell you, I am one of the worst offenders. I did not know how to handle struggle. I didn't know how to handle situations. So a lot of times what I would do when these things would pop up is I would either busy myself, go, oh, okay, so something uncomfortable is happening here. So I'm going to busy myself with a really super chaotic schedule. I have no time to think about it. I'm just going to run. I was the queen of avoidance. There were so many years in my life, even when I started my journey toward self-development and just working on improving my life and, gaining the life that I have today, that I just love. It took me years to learn that I had a pattern of avoidance, that I would literally just pretend like this lesson or this thing wasn't happening. And I was great. I could just be in such a state of self-denial, denial that things were happening, that were going on. So I would just avoid. And in that, what was happening is I was not learning the lesson that I was meant to learn. And so what happened was I kept stumbling over the same stone over and over and over. And I keep thinking about this poem, and I can't tell you what it's called right now. If I think about it, I'll post it here in the comments. But there's a poem that Wayne Dyer uses about, you're going down the path and you see a hole and you fall in the hole. And then next time you go down the path, maybe you go around the hole. And then the next time you go down the path, you avoid the hole. And then the next time you go, you just take a different path. Well, that's what I kept seeing in my life. I would just keep going down that path and falling in the same hole over and over again. I just kept experiencing the same struggles because I was not learning the lesson that I needed to learn. It was so much easier for me to look around, blame other people for what was going on in my life, when really I just had to bring it back to self and figure out, what is it in this situation that I am contributing to that is causing the same result over and over again. And in that, I was able to expand my understanding of myself and the world and the relationships around me. And I was able to bring it back to me and learn the lesson that I was meant to learn. So if you are struggling with those patterns of, self-doubt, maybe you're going through the same situation over and over again. If you literally feel like your life is Groundhog's Day, where you keep waking up and you feel like the same things are just happening over and over and over, I get it. I have been there. I had so much pride that I was living in the back of my car because I was too proud to admit that I didn't have it. I didn't have it all together. I didn't know how to do life. All the things that we do as adults when we grow and expand, I didn't know how to do. So if you're going through that right now, I just want to encourage you. It's asking for advice or help is not a bad thing. What I ended up doing is I got a coach. I have a mentor. I have several people in my life who mentor me through different aspects of my life, spirituality and health and in my own coaching, I have mentors who help me. And with that, it's not a bad thing to ask for help. As a matter of fact, my mentors in my life have been able to just point out those patterns that I'm doing. It took a mentor that I was working with for 2.5 years to finally get through to me that I was experiencing the same results in my life, because each time that these struggles were presenting themselves, what was happening is I was avoiding and I was not learning the lesson that I was meant to learn. So if you can understand that, give me some hearts, let me know that you're here, that you're understanding, that it's resonating with you. I just really, really hope that this message is going to someone needs to hear this message today. I know it. And I hope that it just impacts your life. So some really exciting things are happening. I will repost this video in my High Vibe tribe. And that is a tribe of women who are ready to do the work, the struggle, the hard things, and are willing to do the self-reflection and the hard work it takes to grow and develop into the women that they want to be. If you are a woman who is watching this and you think, wow, yeah, my life is pretty good. Maybe I have a great relationship, but there's so much more. That God has placed you here on earth for so much more, and you're ready to take the steps that it takes to get there. You're going to want to join my High Vibe tribe. There is an amazing, incredible amount of women in there who are going to lift you up, encourage you. The amount of vulnerability that has happened in that group has just been so profound. Some of the women that I work with personally one-on-one, I have seen posting in this group, going from being so terrified of being visible to posting some really raw, very vulnerable, very amazing things that are happening in their life. And, to just be a part of watching these women grow and expand and go through these struggles that I can't even tell you how proud I am of these women and how much they've grown. And if you're ready to do that, you're going to want to join the High Vibe tribe. It is incredible. It is amazing. We have really great things going on there. I post in there all the time. I'm offering a ton of free coaching one-on-one, which means that you're getting a ton of value from it. And you are getting a ton of my experience. And hopefully some of you are not going to have to go through the struggles that I've gone through, because you can learn from other people's experiences. We also have some really great things coming up in July. My business is completely evolving here in July, and we're going to be doing a ton more in the group. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to have a one-on-one. So if you're in the Central Oregon area and you are interested in doing a vision board party with me, please message me and let me know, because what we're going to do is we are going to go through some visualization exercises that is going to give you a clear understanding of what your real and true path is on this earth. We are going to get clarity and we are going to get conviction. And then we are going to have fun with a bunch of girlfriends, and we are going to do a vision board party. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm still working on the details on that. So if you want to get in on that, message me, private message me here. Let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely get you the information. I am also going to be opening up a spiritual gifts class, and that is going to be a small group coaching. I'm going to limit it to probably 10 to 12 girls, 10 to 12 women. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be really, really diving into spiritual gifts, yours in particular. So I'm going to work, each and every single one of the women in this group are going to have a clear map of what their spiritual gifts are and how those spiritual gifts play into their lives, into their work arena, into their relationships, and also into your ministry, if that's something that you're interested in. So it's really interesting. A lot of the women I work with don't even know what their spiritual gifts are. I don't think you guys will be very surprised to hear one of my spiritual gifts is encouragement. And it was not obvious to me. I didn't even know that. I just thought that everyone wanted to make people feel good, and that everyone was kind of like an inner cheerleader, and everybody had these skill sets. But it's not true. You know, I thrive on public speaking. There are people who are absolutely terrified and would never do what I do and get up on a stage and speak in front of thousands of women. They would never do that. But I love that because that is my spiritual gift. That is my spiritual set of gifts that I was placed with here on earth to give a unique message to the world. But what we're going to do in this group coaching is we're going to dive deep into that. We are going to you're going to walk away with a clear roadmap and action steps that you can put into place right now, today, to help you live the best life possible. And you're going to want to get in on that because I am limiting it to, 10 to 12 women because I want it to be intimate. I want us to really get deep into the work that we're going to do. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I am so excited to see, who of you women are going to sign up and who God's going to lead into this program. So with that, I want to just let you guys know that I am so excited to be here with you today. And I hope that someone got value from this. I would love to read your comments. So if you're watching this on replay, just put #replay and let me know that you're watching. If you're a first-time watcher, let me know. And if you are a regular watcher, let me know as well. So I love you guys and I cannot wait to see you again. I can't wait to read your comments and I will be seeing you again soon. Mwah! Bye.